So what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. In this video, I want to share with you and teach you how to replace a life insurance policy. This might be a gray area topic, but I'm going to teach you how to put someone in a better position by basically a client calling in and saying, hey, I currently have XYZ, a life insurance company, and I am looking for something better. I think this is very, very important, and ultimately a video that's going to help you serve other people. When Miss Betty can call in, a client can call you and say, hey, I have X, Y, and Z company. What else do you have? And you can find a flaw in the policy, or you can see that they're in a 2-year waiting period, and you can replace their policy and put them in a better position with a cheaper rate, or put them in something without a waiting period. You can sell a ton of life insurance policies. So what is replacing a policy, and why is it so crucial? Final expense clients, life insurance clients are always shopping. Everyone wants a deal. It's 2024 coming up. Everyone wants to either save money, or everyone wants to find something better for the price that they're paying. And what I want to share with you first is that inside of our organization, and where you should be as well, you should structure your products in a way that allows for replacement to happen. You should structure your products based off of, age, price, health conditions, and waiting periods, so that you can allow your team and yourself to replace policies. So how does the training work on this? For example, in the intro, it's very important for you to identify why someone is calling in. Why are you looking for life insurance? And the way that you do this is you ask them. So, hey, Miss Betty, saw that you sent this request in here on the internet. We got your information. When you first filled this form out, were you looking to add on to what you have, or are you just trying to find something a bit more affordable? So when you ask someone, do they have life insurance, and they say yes, you just ask them this simple question. Now, Miss Betty, do you currently have any life insurance in place right now? Oh yeah, I do. Okay, and were you just looking to add on to what you currently have, or are you just trying to find something a bit more affordable? Well, I'm just trying to possibly, find something more affordable. Boom. So the first thing you want to do is understand what their needs are and where they are, needs analysis, and then why you guys are speaking. And then she tells you, I'm looking to find her more affordable. Now this is crucial. When someone calls in and they say, I'm looking for something more affordable, or I'm trying to find something better, now it's all about your understanding of what they have and how can you put them in a better position. So the second thing you want to do when it comes to replacing a policy or finding a better product for your client, let's say your client, something that's just too expensive, you can find her something better. So it's understanding what she has first. Before you can replace it, what do they have? So, Miss Betty, I have your birthday as 6/3 of 1959. Is that right? Okay, gotcha. And how much current life insurance do you have right now? I have $10,000 worth of coverage, she's going to say. And let's say she says I'm paying $83, okay? So what I do now is I have $10,000 for $83. I'm writing it down on paper. $10,000 for $83. Cool. Write that down on paper. And Miss Betty, who'd they end up sticking you with? Oh, I'm with XYZ company. I'm with one of those one of those companies. Okay, gotcha. And when did you get that policy? Okay, here, I got that about a year ago. Okay. Now, I'm going to break this down for you, replacing a policy. Number one, you're going to have your toolkits pulled up. You're going to have some type of software. You're going to have your products all designed where you can see the prices of all these different companies. I use Insurance Toolkits. You can use any other software out there where you can see the rates of other companies. So I'm going to put her birthday in. I'm going to put 10,000, and I'm going to put how much, just randomly look into it. And then I'm also going to look at the company that she's with. So company that she's with is important. This is why it's important to structure your products, to understand your products, to know where your clients are at. So if she says, oh, I'm with Gerber, or I am with AIG, or I'm with Colonial Penn, I typically know right off the bat she's in a 2-year waiting period, which creates value in what I'm looking to do here. So, okay, gotcha. And with that company at Gerber, did they stick in one of those 2-year waiting periods, Miss Betty? She's going to say yes. Oh, okay, Miss Betty. Do you know what that kind of means for you, Miss Betty, if you passed away in the next 2 years? Kind of, but not really. Okay, well, let me educate you on that. That means if something happens to you due to natural causes the next 2 years, your family's not going to get that full $10,000. Did they make you aware of that? No. Okay, so you have it by coverage amount, you have it by price, and then you want to understand the background of the companies that they're with. You need to learn other carriers, guys. You need to learn what Mutual's rates are. You need to learn what Globe is. You got to learn what Colonial Penn's about. You got to learn what Lincoln's about. You got to learn what all these different carriers are about. Americo, Aetna. You want to be a broker because the broker creates the most leverage, okay? So then you want to ask her, okay, gotcha. So there's 2 angles that you can do here in the replacement. You can see why she's paying so much, and ultimately, secondly, why is she in a 2-year waiting period? These are the main 2 reasons why people replace a policy. So then I'm going to understand her health a bit. Number one, if I can find something cheaper off the bat, because I work with a lot of different companies, I'm like, man, Miss Betty, for the 10,000, it does show that you're overpaying here. Interesting. Now, if I can help you find something a bit more affordable for either the same amount of coverage or something a bit, get more coverage for the same price, would you be opposed of kind of seeing if I could even help you? Oh, no, I love that. So right there, by structuring your offer and structuring your products, you can create leverage where she's going to basically create a no-brainer sale because you know what's out there. Now, the second thing you want to do is understand medical underwriting. Why the heck she's in a 2-year waiting period? And you want to ask yourself, am I actually selling good products? Because if someone comes to me with a 2-year waiting period and they're pretty healthy, they have no conditions, and let's say they have COPD, there are companies out there that will give people day one coverage for COPD. So here's the value. Miss Betty comes to me, yeah, I just got a policy yesterday. They gave me one of those 2-year waiting periods because I got the COPD. Oh man, gave you a 2-year waiting period for that? For this? Why did they do that? I don't know. They said I couldn't find anything better. Well, Miss Betty, I hate to tell you that there are some companies out there that are going to even get you out of that 2-year waiting period and probably save you a few bucks. Would you be kind of opposed to seeing if I could get you out of that waiting period? Oh, no, I'd love to, honey. And it's a no-brainer moving in all from the intro. So just in the intro, asking, do you currently have any life insurance? Yes, I do. Okay, were you looking to add on to what you have? Or are you just trying to find something a little bit more affordable? You're trying to save some money. How much coverage do you have? I have $10,000 for $83. Okay, what company is that with? Okay, and when did you get that policy? Okay, gotcha. Then you're going to go into your software, you're going to look at your carriers that you have, and you're going to try to help them find something better. Guys, it is important as agents that we serve and we help people. Because guess what? When you can understand what companies are out there and who they're with, when Miss Betty calls, you say, yeah, I just got this. I wish I could say the name of the company that's always so expensive. I got this XYZ policy. For $10,000, they're making me pay $120. $120, Miss Betty? Why did they do that? Why so expensive? I know you're on a fixed income. Oh, I don't know. I thought it was the best plan. Miss Betty, if I could find you something a few bucks cheaper, maybe save you $20, $30 for the same amount of coverage and still get you that day one coverage, would that be helpful for you? Oh my gosh, honey, that would be so awesome. So, Miss Betty, let me ask you here. Any heart attacks, strokes, cancers, any kidney disease, liver issues, any type of cancers, any type of COPD, or any type of hospitalization, surgeries, AIDS, HIV, ARC, and you go in through the medical analysis, what you do next to make sure that you can actually ethically put someone in a better position. You never replace, never replace, write this down, and put someone in a fraudulent policy or, put them in a bad policy. You only ethically move them into a better policy because you actually know what you're talking about. I'm gonna stop you here real quick. I get calls every day, every probably week, multiple calls from our clients. I just spoke to Mr. John at this company and he's telling me with my COPD I can't get the day one coverage. Did you lie to me? I'm like, what's Mr. John's number? Can I call him? Mr. John, I get the agent's number. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Like, you were talking to Mr. John here. Kind of fill me in. I guess you were lying to him. I guess he has the COPD. This carrier, you can see on underwriting question 633, put down no. They ethically and legally will qualify for this person for COPD. So why are you telling my client that he can't get approved? This is a huge issue right now in the industry. Our seniors are being taken advantage of because you don't know as an agent what you're doing. Okay, and it's crucial. I had multiple people. Another lady called me. The only company that will take kidney disease day one. I have a carrier that will take someone day one coverage kidney disease, which means if someone has stage 1, 2, 3 kidney disease and they're not on dialysis, I can get them day one coverage. The client says, I'm kind of worried. This guy came over my house. He knocked on my door. I was actually in the shower. I got out. This is a real call. Got out of the shower, and I put my towel on. He said he was a benefits manager. He came in, opened my door, and he looked at my policy. He said it's a bad policy. He wants me to call and cancel. He wants me to go with this company with a 2-year waiting period. I said, that is unbelievable. I said, we called the underwriter at the carrier, went through all the medications. We went through all of it legally, went through her prescriptions. We went through all their backgrounds, and it was a clearly perfect policy. But people come in here, agents don't know what they're talking about, they don't understand how to clearly underwrite, and they try to put people in a bad position. So do not please be an agent like that, okay? Serve and help people, and you'll get the most out of this industry. But replace for the right reasons. Replace when Miss Betty has high blood pressure and she is 5'6" and perfect height and weight, but she has one blood pressure like, let's say, blood pressure like Plavix. Let's say she's taking Plavix, which is a blood thinner, which is acceptable in a lot of carriers for day one coverage. But certain companies might not approve that medication Plavix. So when you call Miss Betty and you say, why do they put you in a 2-year waiting period? I don't know, I just got started on this Plavix. Okay, is it just for some thrombosis? Like, what are you taking it for? Oh, I didn't have a stroke, I didn't have any issues, I just wanted to thin out my blood or something. Whatever they say. Okay, gotcha. And you can ethically put that person in a non-2-year waiting period coverage or policy. You are going to serve and you're going to place policies ethically. Make sure you do the replacement form. Make sure you do all that legally. Make sure you don't skip or cut corners. But you have to know what you're doing as an agent. And it makes the sales process completely easier for you guys. You will crank out a ton of people who have an AIG policy, who have a 2-year waiting period, or a guaranteed acceptance, who don't even know what that means, who've just been sold a guaranteed issue acceptance policy, and you can get them day one immediate coverage. And when you can tell Miss Betty that you no longer have to pay for a policy to wait 2 years, it's going to start tomorrow, how would that make you feel? She'll probably start crying. She'll probably be emotional. She'll probably realize that someone represented her. She'll probably realize that I have an agent that's going to serve me, and I don't want to work with anybody else, and I'm going to stick with this guy. I'm going to stick with this gal because they've served me, they've helped me, and they put me in the best position. So understanding how to legally or ethically do it right or replace is crucial, and it comes down to asking the question, Miss Betty, were you looking to add on to what you have, or are you just trying to, find something a bit more affordable? And you can understand the medical implications. You can understand how to underwrite them ethically. You can understand what medications associate with carriers. You can understand what carriers are out there to find a better rate. You will crush it selling life insurance over the phone. So hope it's helped you guys. Here's how to replace a policy, because replacements are good. They are good if you can help someone get in a better position. And I just want to take that with a grain of salt. I am no expert, but I just want to share with you guys what we do and how we help people and how we help them get in the best position. Be very read up on here. Take this information. I'm going to throw out a disclaimer because I know replacements are very sketchy in the industry. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do this. This is only my advice. This is only what I'm thinking. I don't even know if this is actually accurate for you, just so I can protect myself here. But ultimately, make sure you can understand what you're replacing before you do it. I don't want to incentivize you to do the wrong things